My name is Bessie Williams. Just like Ben Bruce would say, I just want to make common sense. I have a topic for me that has been a worrisome one, I would say, for me, because I feel it has a very negative effect on the society, the family, as an individual. What am I actually talking about? It's the topic of polygamy. Yeah, polygamy. See, polygamy is a man having different women, having different wives. That's polygamy, okay? And dive into the topic. You see that it has really affected us. How do I mean? Now, you can never see a family that's together, like a husband and a wife, together, their kids together, coming up to have problems in the future. It's rarely you see such a situation. What am I trying to say? You can always find chaos, problems in a promiscuous home, in a home that the father is very, very promiscuous. Sometimes these situations usually happen based on the man's efforts. Sometimes it's also the effort of the family. Now, on the man's case, he's been lured, into his lust for women. He wants to keep to himself more women. You understand? And this is a case where a man has actually picked one person and he has an eye or another interest for another woman. And then he goes in to take another woman. Now, that's when you start seeing problems in the family. I feel that once a man has decided to stay with a woman, he should, stick to that person and try and grow with that person against all odds. You should have the mentality of, I want to stay with this person and to the rest of the end of your life. Shouldn't be looking elsewhere, because one, why do I say it affects our society? Because you're going to produce children that are being emotionally drained, financially drained, psychologically drained. Do you understand? Because once a man is promiscuous, it's so rare that you see men pay more attention to their family, to their wives, or to their children. They rather use this money for side chicks. You understand? In so doing, the wife has been troubled, the children are troubled. Maybe he's actually providing at some point, but because your attention is quite divided, produce less effort at home and then produce more efforts outside without you knowing. And then when you see your wife or children complain, you'll be like, but I'm doing my best. But your best, you're not there because you're not paying attention to details. You're not paying attention to your children. You're not paying attention to your wife. That's why you're going to be producing children that are disturbed. When these children, they grow up, they come out to see that this is the way of life. And that's why we have, in same situation, we have, if you see side chicks outside, just check their background. They are from an abused home. What I mean by an abused home, their parents are not together. Just check the history of every side chick. That same, it goes to the one who does prostitution, an armed robber. In fact, check out all the crimes happening around you. Deep down into these people's family background, and you find out that these people, most of them, polygamous home, are from the family has not done its part by sticking together. Now, it depends on the father and the mother, knowing that this is what I am giving back to the society. My actions counts, because these things are going to affect your children in the long run. So you need to be very conscious about your efforts. You need to be, because your children are growing to see how people are and would follow suit after you. Tell yourself you must work it out. And now some persons actually go into marriage and say, if you know work, I go work out, come out. If you know work, I go divorce her. If you know work, I go divorce her. That's the beginning of failure of that marriage. Because why would you have such a mentality? You should say, I will make it work. It must work. And it should work. And it will work. If you don't put to practice what I am saying, you're going to be having go fight chicks. What are they looking for? What are they doing? They're looking for money to take care of their children. From maybe some of them are even from a broken marriage as well. The children, the boys there, will decide to do other things to go and look for money and all that. But if your family is together, the father takes care of their children, gets to certain, the parents become responsible for these children. They are not just being stranded to start fending for themselves. Do you understand? Let's raise our children well. And it depends on our marriage. It depends on our union. It depends on how we relate with our spouse to ensure that we live together and train our children to the end. Do you understand? So if the parents are together, no matter the children you're raising, they are all going to be very sound. And because seeing a mother and a father together in love, that child grows up in a very good, a very conducive environment. All the child sees is love. The child can never give a negative vibe. Now I'm going to play like a video. We'll see what transpired. Then I'll come back to our conversation. Did you see what the parents did? Did you see it? That's the theory that no matter what, that child would come up to see the parents like ever loving and all that. It's not as if there are not going to be problems. It's not as if people don't face a lot of challenges. Yeah, they are going to face a lot of challenges in the marriage. Yeah, but the way you handle it, you understand. But I believe with love and everything, we can be able to, correct some things in your husband and in your wife. So now, family problems, family issues. Remember I said there are two aspects. One is the man and the second one is the family. Now, in situations where some men can be so funny that they decide to bring this side chick home, like a second wife. Now, there are some families that would frown at it and like, no, we'll not accept it. Why some families embrace it? Maybe because the wife at home probably maybe they have an issue with the wife, or from the beginning they never liked her or something, and then they would say, yeah, we agree, marry the other person, marry the second person. Now, you don't know that you and I are actually strengthening this bond of polygamy and energizing the force of polygamy in our ignorance, in us not knowing. Now, you siding your brother or you siding your sister, saying, leave the marriage, walk out of it, and then she leaves, she's getting another person to marry, isn't it? That's another polygamy from the woman's side. So, in the case of the family, when a situation happens, when you see a husband and wife are having a discord or a misunderstanding, don't take side. What you should do is to look for how peace is going to reign. I used to tell someone, immediately your sister marries a man into the family, that man becomes your brother. That not just your brother-in-law, but your brother. You are not one. When a man marries a woman into your family, that lady is not just a sister-in-law, she's your sister. She is your own sister. She's now one with the family. So treat her the way you're going to treat your sisters. Treat him the way you're going to treat your brothers. With that, there won't be any problem. And you will not take sides. Because this is your family member. It's not your person. It's not your blood. And you will not segregate. You will not look for how it's going to favor your own only. Because this person is your own as well. And you have to make it work. Do you understand? So, but I know that there's no family issue that is quite difficult for the couple to handle, or the family, if everybody understands the root cause of the problem and be sincere enough to solve it. Now there are some issues like the gender of children being produced and all that. Thank God that civilization has come into play, that some people now don't really value male children, some don't even value the female. Anyone you have is a child, because nowadays, glory be to God, the girl child is standing out just as the male child. So whatever your desires are, whatever the number of children that you have, just have heads, have the number you can be able to take care of. Other boys, other girls, they are all your children, and they're going to make you proud in the future. And now our generation now, you know, this is how it starts. We are having so many women because of our lust. We are moved by boobs. See, we are being moved. We don't have the decision on who to keep now. You don't know how to stick to one partner. That's how it starts. Please be cautious of it right now. Not when you get married, say I will stick to one. It will not work, because right from now, you have not been able to stick to one girlfriend or one boyfriend. You have so many. Because in this our generation, we don't even know how to talk. Like, there are some people that even a guy will approach you and then talk to you. You know that your answer is no. But the way you're going to watch this boy, hey God, you're going to you remove the human being in the person and leave a stick. It's a really bad character. Some of us, we need to really watch our language. We need to watch the way we behave, because these are things that also cause a divorce in a marriage. The way you are reckless with money that is being entrusted in your care. In the same way, we have to choose wisely. It's at this point we're supposed to choose the kind of husbands we want, or the kind of wives we want for ourselves. You understand? There are some characters you should be looking out for, and these are characters that you know that in the long run you're not able to, tolerate or bear. You shouldn't just put up with it at this point. Just look out for it. Marriage is very, very essential, because you are producing destinies. Don't just marry because the person is fine. Look out for the person. Look out for the person's character. Have a conversation with this person. Know how this person thinks before you start falling in love. I think it's something you need to take your time to fall in love. Take your time. Find out qualities you like about the person. The fact rich does not mean that the person is good for you. Some persons can be rich, can be fine, but yet they don't have good character. They maltreat people. They regard people as trash. That kind of person cannot value you. That kind of understand the person. Try and do what trigger the person to be angry at some point, and see what the person can do. The person can raise his hand, but the person can just watch it before you start loving. Because you can choose to love the person. You can choose not to also love the person. It's all about your heart. Because once you start having attachment, your judgment is being clouded. You cannot be able to think straight. If you don't want it, don't go into it, and then let your point be clear and move on. Another thing I want to say is that, see, every day, we learn every day. If you see a guy and then there are things you don't like about the person, I think it's wise for you to let the person know. You might want to make that person a better person. It might not be for you, but for another person. Let the person know the things you don't like. If you see a girl as well, you should be able to tell her, babe, there's this, like, tell her that this is the thing you don't like about her. This is a character that is not good, that even other people might not put up with it. So that the person is able to change. You're able to change that person. You're able to change someone's life. Somebody said, Bessie, you cannot change the world. Yeah, but you can change one or two persons. And that's okay for me. But as that's my own classification for the world. Do you understand? So if you can change one person, that's all right. It's fine. So I think it's also a point of call for us too, as well, to affect somebody's life and all that. You understand? Because so many persons they're coming out from a different background. Some persons are being deprived of love, care, support, anything you can think of. Some persons are being deprived. You see someone that is you see someone that is always bitter, always angry. This is from a function of where the person is coming from. So just try and understand people. just try to understand people, and you know, the world's going to be a better place for all of us. But if you cannot tolerate it, please do not go into marriage with that person. All these things are things that we just see them and we think they just happen in my life, but they are contributing factors to these homes breaking, or without us knowing, we are elongating the lifespan on polygamy. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to pass out that sometimes it's not even about spiritual issues, it's not about anything. It's about us being conscious of our actions and ensure that the other person is all right and we also are okay, so that these things will not continue. Generations to come or generations after us or in our generation, you just have to be careful. You understand? So you don't end up having a divorce and then prolonging polygamy. I'm just against polygamy because children are being battered because one, they don't see parents together, they don't see the love, so they grow up not also giving out this love because they don't know how it feels like to be loved. By right, you're supposed to feel protection from your family, you're supposed to feel loved, feel the importance, there's a value you carry. You're supposed to have it in your family, you're supposed to have it in, when I mean your family, like in the bond of your mother and father. But some people are being deprived of it and all that. So in conclusion, when you're choosing, think about your children, think about the destiny you're bringing to this world, think about what you're giving back to the society. You're giving back these children back into the society, and the society is where we all live in. So let's make the society worth living, worth having. It's not pride. I can select any woman I want. No, enough of that kind of mentality. Enough of that mentality. Be there. Stay with one man, stay with one woman, and love the person. Let the children come out and see and have the sense of that love, sense of value, sense of being respected. And this world will be a better place. Please, I'm begging us, even the young ones, my generation, I'm begging us. Let's not be carried away. I'll divorce him. That's another trick the devil is using to continue this polygamy, because you don't have a very good home. Maybe you have seen. For me, I've never seen any polygamous home that peace has ever been there, a better growth. I've never seen. So please, I'm begging everybody. It's a call for everybody. Everybody should be on the watch out. Everybody should be on the lookout. Let's fight this thing. Africans, men, please. It's not an award. I don't understand. God, it's not your promiscuous in nature. It's what you saw your fathers doing. You came to do it. You saw it as a way of life and I picked up from it. Doesn't make sense, for crying out loud. Women as well. That's what you've seen mothers do in time past. That's why you think you can do it. But it's crazy. And let's move on with this motion, this move, and see whether our nation will not be better. We'll still have more atrocities, whether we'll still have more Yahoo boys, or we'll have marriages being broken. It will not. When you look out for this, please, I love you all. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. You've watched this point. Salute for you. You are too much. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love you.